For such a long time, Vancouver was the most expensive real estate market in Canada. Prices in Vancouver was considered as the highest among all of major cities in Canada. But this year, the situation has changed. And this year, according to the data from real estate boards, Toronto became the most expensive real estate market in the country. So it looks like it's officially now we live in the most expensive real estate market in Canada, here in Toronto area. And the funny thing, when we went to Vancouver and we were traveling in British Columbia, we went to Squamish, we went to Abbotsford, other places like Victoria, and we traveled quite a bit. It was really nice time. We like it there. It's really beautiful place to live. And we were thinking about moving there, and it's still on our radar. We still think about maybe moving there someday. And thinking of moving, we went to see some properties. So we went to see some new subdivisions, some new homes, and we were checking the prices, of course, how much it would cost us to buy something. Because as you know, we live outside of Toronto. We live pretty far, as some people would say. We live pretty far from Toronto, in a small suburb area, but we like it here, and we like this kind of lifestyle. Where the same way we were looking in Vancouver area, we were exploring Vancouver area and further Vancouver area. Like for example, Squamish, it's pretty remote town on the way to Whistler. It's very beautiful. The nature is amazing, the mountains, and it's just a spectacular place to live. And we were exploring some places like Cultus Lake, for example, in close to Abbotsford. If I remember correctly, it was somewhere between Abbotsford and Chilliwack. And we went there for a tulip festival, and we went to see some properties there because I saw on the map that there's a new subdivision. And this area was also very, very beautiful. But the interesting part, when we start comparing prices in GTA, Greater Toronto Area, some remote places, in sometimes not that remote, and we were looking at the prices for same travel distance, we were comparing prices. And when we were comparing prices to houses that we saw in British Columbia, we were surprised that some of them were even cheaper than in GTA. And if you compare them side by side, the quality of the houses itself was much better than that we saw in the same price range here in Greater Toronto area. So we were really surprised that it wasn't that bad as we were thinking, because again, Vancouver is well known for their crazy real estate prices. The houses and condos and everything is very expensive there. But when you looking into the prices case by case, it's not that bad, and it wasn't that bad, and some of the prices were even better, and the houses were better. So for example, we were looking into like luxury. We couldn't afford it, but just out of curiosity, we were looking into luxury houses in the Toronto area and Vancouver area. And we were comparing, for example, Richmond Hill, which is a very nice town, a great place to live, pretty close to Toronto in GTA, and it's a very nice town to live. And we were comparing Richmond Hill, which is considered as a pretty expensive place to live in terms of buying house there. In some areas in particular is very expensive in Richmond Hill. So we were comparing those areas with one of the most expensive area in Vancouver area, and it was West Vancouver, which is just incredibly amazing place to live. And we saw, for example, one house in Vancouver area and another house in Richmond Hill. And for the same price that you will get in Vancouver, beautiful house, renovated or just recently built, with amazing view of the downtown Vancouver and the ocean and the mountains. And it was like, and the whole West Vancouver is, when you drive through West Vancouver, those suburb areas, you see that it's like you're driving through the garden, because everyone is put a lot of thought and money into their landscaping, and landscaping is amazing there. It's literally like you're driving through a garden. And this house was, for example, about $2.5 million. It was spectacular house, like you can't even imagine. Like everything you need is there. Beautiful backyard, amazing view, beautiful house, everything just incredible. And for the same price, you could buy a dump in Richmond Hill, like literally the house that you tear down house that you need to completely renovate or tear down and build a new one. So that was a very funny part when we were comparing prices. And at that time we realized that Vancouver is not that expensive as it seems, as people say, as it's in the media. Yes, if you like, will take maybe average price, that would be a little bit more expensive. But when you're comparing case by case, it's not that bad, and it wasn't that bad. So yeah, that just interesting observation. We were traveling in British Columbia. It's a very, very nice place to live. I don't think we're ready yet to move there, but it's always now like we fell in love with this place, and I think it's always in our background that we thinking about moving there someday. Maybe we'll see. We love it here. It's beautiful here. We love where we live. We love everything about Toronto area, and everything in here is very nice. I just want to share my perspective, and interesting point that now it's officially that Toronto is the most expensive real estate market in Canada, and the prices are just going crazy. We live here a little bit more than 11 years, and I just read in the news recently that the prices for houses in Toronto increased by more than 1 million over the past 10 years. It's everywhere in Ontario, even some remote, distant places like London, Ontario, or Ottawa, which were always more affordable options. Now it's not anymore. The prices went up pretty crazy, and every house that goes on the market, it falls under bidding wars, and people are fighting to get it, and they pay over asking, and it's just getting ridiculous and crazy. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this whole situation. Don't forget to subscribe, stay tuned, and take care. Bye now.